It's showtime.
I am opening up to the good.
Are you ready?
I am opening up to the good.
Oh, I know you are.
I am opening up to the good.
Open up to the good.
To the good that is my life. Joy. I am opening up to the joy.
Sing it.
I am opening up to the joy. I am opening up to the joy. To the joy that is my life. I am open.
Oops. Sorry, I meant to hit something else. I didn't want to stop the song that abruptly, but I accidentally hit the audio instead of hitting this graphic here. That was abrupt. Let's see. Well, yeah, I don't have a way of fast forwarding. Anyway, hello, good morning, happy Sunday to you. I am Bob Baker. This is Sunday Inspiration with Bob Baker and Pooki Lee. And you may notice something about this photo is a little, or this image here is a little different than our normal Sundays. You see me, I'm Bob. You see Keone here in his normal perch floating on the beach. But you don't see Pooki here. Well, she happens to be on a little road trip. She's in Ohio with a girlfriend of hers attending an event. She's doing well. I have a pre-recorded segment from her, though, that I'm going to be playing in just a bit here. So I'm flying solo for the most part, and I'm really excited about this particular morning. I'm actually going to be playing 3 different songs, 2 I'll perform live, 1 I have a video of, 3 songs that have never been aired on a Sunday Inspiration. We try to weave in some new stuff here and there, but I'm going gangbusters today. And I'm going to be playing 3 songs that we've never done on a Sunday on a Sunday morning, because we've been streaming live every Sunday morning since the beginning of this year. So I don't know exactly what week we're on, but yeah, it's been a regular thing. Growing audience here. I already see all sorts of awesome people in the comment section. I got Mary Ann and Lori and New Life. Mary Rose is back. Christine Moharder is in the house. Robin from Ohio. How are you? I got Andrea and Carol, Helen, a lot of familiar faces. Jennifer, Jay, and is it Jangly? Oh, that's a cool first name. And Stacy, I believe. Stacy, are you going to CSL this morning? Which is the CSL is short for the Center for Spiritual Living. So that's one thing about this morning. It's a little once a month we perform at a place called the Center for Spiritual Living near our house. I'm playing solo this morning, but this is one of those Sundays, so we won't be able to go. Because lately we've been going like a 90 minutes on these Sunday inspirations. That's right, Crystal. I am not solo. I got my sidekick, Keone, here. But I'm performing this morning, so I have to keep it to around an hour or so, but much not longer, because I'm going to have to, as soon as I end the broadcast, I'm going to pack my stuff up and head to the Center for Spiritual Living and perform there. And so it's a busy day, a busy morning. So welcome everyone. I'm really excited about sharing these songs, and we're going to be talking a little bit about the past, because I'm sharing songs from my past, as I'll explain as we go along here. And I want to talk about something that I did a video of recently. I think I posted it on my channel about how I think it's but not to demonize your past. I'll explain more. Just kind of teasing you some of the stuff that is in store for you this morning. But right now would be a great time to queue up something that Pooki a couple of days ago, before she hit the road with her friend, we pre-recorded the breathing centering exercise and the affirmations for this morning. And so I'm going to play that video for you. And so you get a little taste of Pooki here. And so just know that even though this is pre-recorded, those of you especially that are here watching live, even if you're watching the replay, we're syncing our breath and our vibration together. That's the awesome thing about these lives that maybe is not the case with my pre-recorded, affirmation videos, is that you're all doing them at your own time, which is great, what's convenient for you. But here we actually get to synchronize and do these all together at the same time. So I'm going to play that video, and then I'll come back after we do the breathing and the affirmations. So here we go. I think it's time for a little breathing exercise.
Yeah. This is connecting our hearts one to another through the sacred breath. So we're going to breathe together, and we're going to create this infinite field of connectivity just through the power of our breath. And we're going to breathe in love. And we're going to exhale peace into the world. So, are you ready? We're going to do it 3 times. And I want you to just kind of imagine yourself as you're breathing. Imagine that breath just releasing peace into the world right now. Because boy, do we need it. Okay. So I like to put my hands on my heart. It just really helps to connect me to my true essence. And so let's begin now. We're going to breathe in deeply love. Breathing in. And releasing peace, peace. Again, breathing in love. Exhaling peace onto our planet. One last time together, breathing in love. And releasing peace into the world through the sacred exhale, the breath. Now maybe you might want to smile right now, because that's just a beautiful experience to breathe peace and love into the world, into our being. And let's just sit in a state of gratitude. Thank you so much. So much.
Awesome.
Isn't that yummy? So yummy.
That
Now we're all
was-
connected.
We are all connected.
Our hearts, our breath, right?
love
One
it.
essence of life, living and having its being as each one of us individually. Wow. You know?
It's pretty mind blowing if you
It
think
is.
about it.
It really is. When you really think about it, it's really pretty mind-blowing.
Well, let's continue to ingrain these positive vibes with some affirmations,
Oh, let's do it.
which we love to do. You know how this works by now. Unless
Okay,
you're
but tell for the new timers, first
yeah,
timers.
for the new timers, the first timers, we'll call you whatever. Yes, the Bakeroonies is what some of them called it a couple of weeks ago.
That's so funny.
But it's the Pooki Bakeroonies.
Stop.
Okay. So I'm going to pull up some affirmations here. I'm going to say each line, and you repeat it after me, and Pooki is going to repeat it as well. And so say it along with her. And so these are some pretty empowering ones that
Ooh, I'm ready.
that I
I'm excited
chose.
to see them.
Here we go. All right. Take a deep breath.
All right.
Let's do this together. Today, I look for and appreciate the good.
Today, I look for and appreciate the good.
I am overflowing with energy and joy.
I am overflowing with energy and joy.
I am grateful for endless opportunities, I should say.
And possibilities.
Yes.
I am grateful for endless opportunities.
And possibilities. Today, I act on my inspired ideas.
Today, I act on my inspired ideas.
This is a really good day.
This is a really good day.
That's right. It's the first time I read the wrong line. I was looking
my
right at
goodness.
it, too. But opportunities, possibilities, it's all
It's
interwoven.
Yes, it is.
Right?
Absolutely.
But this- but-
Wow, those are powerful. I love them.
That's right. A lot of them just let's talk about your energy level and your state of being. But I also threw in there today you have to act on those inspired ideas.
Yes.
Bring them into the tangible, from the
Yes.
intangible to the tangible.
Yes,
Right?
because we can think it all we want. We can think it all we want. Sometimes, and this is a trap that sometimes people get stuck in, is they think it, they just think it and they don't take action towards it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, your action is what tells the universe that you're serious.
Right.
Just think of how many thoughts you have in your mind every day, And so when you actually begin to move in the direction of something, then the universe goes, oh, she's serious about that. So I had better pay attention. So it's our actions are really important. It's how we activate the universe on our behalf. And then things just start to show up to us like magic. It's crazy. It's crazy. But it's so true.
Years ago, I heard somebody say you have to meet the universe halfway.
Yeah.
So if you're just waiting for stuff to and true, yeah, you can attract stuff, or there's this whole law of attraction. Maybe we'll get into a different conversation about that some other time. But just waiting for something to appear, you have to meet the universe halfway. It will serve you. It will deliver a bounty.
A bounty.
Yes.
Absolutely.
But you have
Test
to-
it.
you have to
I dare you.
But you have to show up, and you have to act on your inspired ideas and get activated. Yeah, put your
Yeah.
feet. Yeah, pray and move your feet. That's
Yeah,
another
that's right.
African
That's right.
proverb.
Yep.
It doesn't mean just dance while you pray. It means pray, affirm, set your intentions, and then take action.
So important.
Oh, wise words.
Yeah.
I think we are sufficiently grounded.
Woo.
All right.
Love it. All right, guys. See you next weekend.
All right. There you go, a little pre-recorded segment from Pooki there. So if you're just tuning in, she is on the road at an event in Ohio with a girlfriend of hers, and they're having a great time. So I'm kind of manning the ship in her absence, and so you're going to miss a little bit of that, that witty banter that you all know and love. And so, but I'm going to do my best to keep the energy level high here. I'm going to check in right now on some of the comments. I always love highlighting those. Let's see here. I'm just going to go with some of the most recent ones. Jen says, I love looking back at your Sunday videos and singing along to the songs. Awesome, Jen. I thank you. I'm glad. There is a playlist of all the archives of all of the Sunday inspirations that we've done since the beginning of the year. So you can go back if you'd like and listen to some of those and check out the messages. And I think what I'm going to be doing too is maybe grabbing little segments here and there and maybe creating some digital albums of the audio of some of Pooki's meditations and some of our talks. And so it's like the highlights, best of Sunday inspiration. I'm going to be working on that at some point. Tracy from Dublin, Ireland is in the house. Hello, Tracy. And yes, I wore the same shirt that I did when we pre-recorded that. Pooki suggested that I did that, and I paid attention to her. Good morning to you, Mabel. Good to see you here. Tara is tuning in, longtime fan. Awesome. I appreciate that from Petersburg, Virginia. Hi, is it Kaylee? Great. You are welcome. You're amazing as well. Sandra's in the house, listening from Maryland. Welcome. Good to have you here. And of course, wait, where do we got? Hang on a second. I'm just bouncing around here. Oh, Lillian, first time for Sunday Inspiration. I left a comment during that segment saying that let me know where you're watching from. And if it's your first time, like actually watching a live broadcast as it's happening, as we always like to celebrate you, so welcome. And let's see here. Siggy is in the house. Good morning, stars. We're all stars, are we not? Weasel Reacts says, "We Are Water," which is a song that Pooki wrote that we've done in the past. I'm glad you like that. Cicely, grand rising to you as well. Sylvia's here. Good morning. Karen, how are you? You beautiful being. It takes one to know one. Holly from Australia. I know it's about midnight or midnight or so where she is in Melbourne, and she's already doing her ambassador thing, greeting other people. So many people that show up here on a regular basis kind of get to know each other. You can create a whole new circle of friends here. And here we got good morning from San Antonio, Texas. Been there, did the Riverwalk thing. It's a very cool town. And you ask, is this daily? No, this live broadcast is weekly. It happens every Sunday, hence the name Sunday Inspiration. And it starts at, 9 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Eastern. That's 7 a.m. Pacific every Sunday. But throughout the week, I upload at least 2 pre-recorded affirmation or meditation videos. So there's like total of at least 3 new pieces of content, as they like to say, every week. But these lives are just on Sundays. Although maybe I'll play around with something. Oh, while I'm thinking of this, it's not on my notes here. Based on the rate of new subscribers, like I'm currently, if you look at the page here on my channel, I'm at around 241,000 subscribers, which I'm just so blessed. So thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. But at the pace that it's going, sometime around Halloween, so toward the end of next month, I'm on pace to hit 250,000 subscribers. I'm just so humbled by that. And so I want to do something. That's a pretty cool milestone. So I'm kind of conjuring up some events to do right around there. I might do a couple of them. So maybe we'll do some extra live streams at different times of the week. I might have a party like for my birthday back in June. I had like a Zoom party where I played a bunch of songs from the 80s and so on. And that didn't stream live on YouTube, but it was a Zoom thing that I gave the link to, primarily to people that were on my email list, which is something I would like you to do. But I may have a party where we'll get to interact and just play some music and have fun. I might do another little like workshop on some tips for creative people, maybe some I've done a lot of workshops over the years that I still have like the PowerPoint slides. I might do some special things like that. I'm trying to think of, let me know. How would you like me to celebrate hitting a quarter of a million? Well, good morning from Nebraska. Good to see you again as well. I believe the K stands for Kate, Southern California. Great to see you. You're catching it live. Yay. And Kate is a what do you call it? A Patreon supporter, as are many of the other folks that are here. I can tell you more about that as we go along. Stacy said she's going to Unity Church of Light in St. Charles, which it's been a while. It's been a number of years, but we've played there a number of times at that church. It's a great community. Say hi to anyone who knows Bob and Pooki there. That would be awesome. But I'm at the Center for Spiritual Living this morning. Good morning, Denise. Hello, Hypatia. Jen from the UK. You guys are part of my life every day. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you so much for all that you give. We're so inspiring. I really appreciate that, Jen. I think is it Kaylee said, first time here from Salt Lake. Sue says hi. Carrie's from Washington State. Sianda from South Africa. Yay, yay, yay. Lex is here from New Jersey. Vicky is here. Look at all these awesome people. Melody is back. We've seen her a lot here. Oh, Crystal. Yeah, earlier she mentioned I'm not solo. I'm with Keone. And let's see. Jay Jangly. That's an awesome name. And Jennifer. Carol from Florida. Helen. This is so awesome. And so, let's see here. And so we always like to celebrate first-timers in particular. So not only are some of the regulars, hopefully are noticing who's saying that they're here for the first time, please welcome them and mention them by name and interact in the comments there. But we're going to join together. I got the studio audience right off to the side here on the beach, and we are going to applaud you for being here for the first time. Very much, audience. You did really well. We've got somebody there with a little applaud cue card. We got another group over on this side, and we're just going to applaud the people who have been here before that are showing up live on a Sunday. Let's hear it for them. Nice. Nice. You had no idea we could fit a studio audience here on the beach. Our virtual background. All right, this is cool. So here's what I'm doing. I'm going to be playing some songs. I'm going to be playing 2 songs today live that I have not played in 15 years. And so let me get my guitar ready here and just tell you a little bit about this particular song. And so years ago, I started attending, after years of not going to any kind of church whatsoever, I started going to the spiritual center locally. It was called the Soul Esteem Center, but it's not even in existence anymore. But it's similar to like a center for spiritual living, where all paths are welcome, and so I started attending there. And before long, I was playing music there, and then I started writing material for after decades of playing in bar bands and playing at normal music venues. It was the first time I was playing in a church-like or a spiritual-like center on Sundays. So I started writing music for those venues and for those occasions. And I've always had a really appreciated humor. Laughter is a really big, important aspect of my life, which is why I teach and perform improv comedy. I used to do stand-up comedy, believe it or not, back in the day, like from the mid-'80s to around 99 or 2000. But to this day, I teach and perform improv, which is, if you've ever seen the show Whose Line Is It Anyway? That's what it is. And in fact, every time I play at the Center for Spiritual Living, during the talk, whoever's giving the main talk, the minister or just a guest speaker, I take notes, jotting down furiously. I'm writing verses, and I get up right after their talk, and I perform a very short doo-wop song with the highlights of what they talked about. Often there's a little humor thrown in there, So I have to. I'm doing it in the moment. I have no idea what they're going to talk about, and I just scramble these. So that's like a fun thing where I do improv in those settings. But back in 2004, I debuted this song at this spiritual center, and it was the first time I attempted to write a funny song for a spiritual setting. And basically, the theme is I wanted to write a song that talks about, how you've had you have a goal to acquire something or achieve something, like a new house, a new car. Maybe there's a certain person you want to attract, a certain amount of money, and then you dream about this thing, and you think this is what's going to really make me happy, and then you get there, and then it's not all it's cracked up to be, and you're also always kind of disappointed by it. And so I wanted to write a song that addressed that sort of aspect of human nature, and do it in a funny way. And this is a song that I wrote, and so I played it a few times back in those days. Like, this is 2004. But I have not played it probably in a good 15 years. And the same thing for the song I'm going to end this broadcast with. Wrote it around that same era. So this song is about looking back at the past, and then we're going to talk about that a little bit. Little factoid about this song: that when I performed it for the first time at that spiritual center in late 2004, sitting in the front row was someone named Pooki Lee. That was the day that we met. Well, I know because she was the one who was laughing the loudest. Many other people were just kind of sitting there passively, but she was laughing. So I thought, who is this woman? And that's when we met. It was another year before we went on our first date, but still, it was so. This song has some meaning in that regard. So let me pull up my lyrics and turn on some reverb, and I'm going to play the song that I haven't played. Well, I've rehearsed it in recent days, but not out of the public eye. So let me get a drink, since I've been talking a lot, and let me know what you think of it in the comments as we go. I used to worry that I didn't have money. My disposition was not so sunny. I had a serious debt mindset. But now I've got so much cash flowing in, sometimes I feel my wealth is a sin, and I worry that my share is too much. I used to worry that I couldn't get a date, a solo status was my eternal fate, and I would never slow dance, not a chance. But now I've got a hot girlfriend or two, another one's calling me, what am I to do? And I am freaking out, I can't be a playboy. It's getting better, getting worse, all at the same time. Going up, coming down, no reason or rhyme. When I get what I want, I just want to hide. Maybe I should just stop and enjoy the ride. I used to worry about my bad attitude. Negativity was my mood, and I was always down in a dump on my rump. But now I'm filled with positivity. I'm so stressed out from all this new energy, and I am starting to tick off all my friends. It's getting better, getting worse, all at the same time. Going up, coming down, no reason or rhyme. When I get what I want, I just want to hide. Maybe I should just stop and enjoy the ride. I used to worry about all kinds of stuff, but now it's better. Life's not so tough since I learned to be at peace with what life brings to me. There you go. First time performing it in public in about 15 years. about that, Coyote. I didn't mean to wake you up. So let's see. We remove this. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed that. Let's see here. Like Beth says, love this song. Christine enjoyed it. Thank you so much for the kind words. Hypatia, love it. Awesome. I see some little smiley, happy, laughing faces with good tears. And so so that was a lot of fun. I've kind of not sure why I haven't played it over all these years. It's a little bit different. I remember the time I wrote that. I was also, I don't know how familiar you are with Elvis Costello. I was really going through like an Elvis Costello appreciation phase, and so those melodies and chords were kind of influenced a bit by having that kind of vibe. So this ties into something I'm going to be talking in a minute here about the past. But first I want to tell you, so I introduced something in recent weeks about how I mentioned that I guess I in particular, both Pooki and I, have a lot of material, a lot of things that we've created, I guess, digitally, whether it's music or, meditations or affirmations and different trainings and different things that I've done, workshops and so on that I've done over the years that while they may have gotten some exposure or were consumed by people at the time that I created them, have been sitting kind of in an archive or in a vault or in a... not a real vault, but or on a hard drive and not being consumed. And so we thought we would have like some sort of a featured thing of the week that we're kind of pulling out of the vault and making available either through a flash sale or something. And so here's how I'm tying this all in with these songs from my past, and we're going to, again, this conversation that I'm going to have. I have put together an album so I've written and recording a lot of music over the years. Obviously, there's many years before Pooki was in my life, and then primarily creating with her. We've got 3 or 4 albums worth of stuff out. But there were songs that I've written and recorded over the years that were never like released on official albums, and I put them all together on this. Let's see, is this the thing I'm looking for here? Nope, that's not it. Where is it at? Hang on a second. There we go. Yeah, so I'm calling it's a weird name, Power Pop Retrospective. I call it Power Pop because that's kind of like the type of music, the description of what I like writing poppy, melodic songs with a lot of energy, often with a full band, sometimes not. But so I'm calling this Power Pop Retrospective. These are songs that I released from 2004 through 2016 that were never on an album. There were 13 tracks, and I added a 14th one. I'll tell you what that is. That's a little more recent. So there's 14 tracks here. And for the next week, this is going to be available on a pay what you want basis, including free. If you just want to download this, I have a link in the description here, and it's on this site called Bandcamp. And you can sample the songs, you can listen to them, but you can purchase it and download them for free if you want. However, you can fill in the price of your choice. And so if you want to know a way to say thanks with a little monetary, if you thought about tipping or donating or something like that, put in the amount of your choice, and this album can be yours, including nothing. And so I want you to go to that link. And so these are a whole variety of songs. Some of them are the things that I wrote for the spiritual centers. There's some with that kind of slant. There's some humor songs on here, but there's also songs from, like, especially the ones from 2004 are the ones I wrote before I was predominantly writing, again, for like spiritually or positive. Not that they're negative in any. But some of them are about other topics. There's a variety of themes, a variety of styles, although there's definitely a rock and a kind of an energy vibe there. And so I was listening to these and like remixing them and stuff to make this thing available. And I was like, some of these songs are, if I don't say so myself, are actually pretty decent. There are 3 really short tracks on there that I wrote for this thing called the 48-Hour Film Project. If you ever heard of that, it's like an annual thing that happens in multiple cities around the world. And I wrote a song for the closing credits of 3 different movies in three different years, where you have to incorporate something about the plot and all that. And so they're really short, but some of them are pretty catchy. So I just included this whole hodgepodge of things that I've recorded over the years that were never released on albums, and make this available. So I encourage you. I would love for you to go to that link, sample some of those songs, and download them at whatever price you think that you want to send. Including nothing at all. So I really, that's the whole thing about this stuff that's just kind of been sitting around and not being consumed, is I want people to enjoy it, because a lot of it's still valuable. So that's the special offer this week. And the other 2 songs that I'm going to be playing are also featured on that digital album. So let me take a drink here. Here's my message about how to embrace your past, or don't demonize your past. And so there's a lot of talk over the years, and I've seen more and more videos recently about, rightly so, the importance of living in the present moment. And quite often when some of these, I don't know, gurus or experts or whatever, sometimes when they talk about, when you think about the past or the future, they sort of demonize it and and some people will insinuate that if you're thinking about the past, then you're riddled with guilt about something, and you're not, and if you're thinking about the future, then you're anxious or whatever. I have a different slant on that. Yes, I think there are negative ways and ways that don't serve you looking back and looking forward. I'll get to that in a minute, but a couple of disclaimers first here. So one is, yes, absolutely, we human beings would benefit from being more present, more living in the now. Because quite often, as you know, we spend a lot of times in our heads ruminating about things or thinking about things, instead of just being totally present with where we are, and just enjoying the moment. This happens a couple of situations where this is really relevant. Is like say you're spending time with a friend or a loved one, and you both find yourself on your phones or staring out the window, so we should be present with the people that we're with, engaged in conversations, really listening, and enjoying that moment, because I've never heard someone who lost a loved one or lost a friend in an accident or an illness. I never heard anybody say, "Boy, I wish we would have spent more time on our phones when we were together." No, I wish I would have been more present with them. You don't have to lose that person to appreciate that. Also, what if you're out in nature, you're at an art museum, you're in the midst of beauty, instead of checking your phone or thinking about something in the past or the present or the future. Yes, being present and enjoying, really just paying attention to all your senses come alive and enjoying that moment. Absolutely. So I just want to be clear that I totally believe in that now is the main moment that we have, and we don't, we have to be more intentional about being present. But I don't think we should demonize the past in particular, because we can gain a lot of value from it. Like today, I am celebrating songs that I wrote in the past. I don't feel guilty about that. I'm celebrating something that I created years ago, or bringing things out of the vault or the hard drive and sharing things I created in the past by appreciating those things. So I think you can look back to the past. Like, for instance, here's a way where thinking of the past comes in handy, and this is how I've used it too. So you can apply this to your own self. Like whenever I'm doing something new, and I'm anxious about it. Oh my God, I've never done this. There's a lot of uncertainty. Am I going to look stupid? I start having those thoughts that we all have. One way the past comes in handy is I think back to, well, have there been other situations where I was afraid to do something for the first time? And oh my God, yes, I've done a lot of cool things over the years. And the first times entering that field or that endeavor, there was some nervousness, there was some anxiousness. And so I think back to, I overcame that and I succeeded. I not only survived it, but in some of the things I pursued, I thrived. And look where I am now because I didn't let that fear hold me back. So thinking about to your past successes and accomplishments can be a good thing, especially if they're focused on how you can apply them now. But just feeling good about your past. Now, I know there are things that happened in our past that we're not so proud of, or there was abuse-related things that were whatever, whether intentional or accidents or illnesses or things that happen that make us sad, make us angry, make us frustrated. And so we don't want to dwell there and like make that part of our story, but you can look back and say, well, what's the lesson? Instead of just like turning your back on it and stuffing it down. What is this now? What did I learn from this? How have I grown? How has that going through that experience or that person who wronged me? How has it made me a stronger person today? So you can gain strength by even looking at the negative things of your past. So I just wanted to kind of throw this out there that don't demonize the past. Yes, live in the moment as much as you possibly can. We have to always remind ourselves to come back to the present. Am I here? Am I now? Am I listening? Am I paying attention? But when you think of the past, find the strength, find the accomplishments, the things to be proud of, because we often discount all the great things that we've done, whether it's family, work-related, creative, whatever. We sort of like forget all those nice things, all those things that we've done that should make us feel a little bit of pride, maybe a lot of pride. And so give yourself a pat on the back for the things you've accomplished and the things that you're not so thrilled about in your past. What can you learn from them? How can you apply those lessons today without making it part of your victim story? We don't want to do that. But anyway, I just wanted to share that with you. I know there's a lot going on in the chat here. I'm not going to be able to address everything. But yeah, what I don't acknowledge now, I will take a look at later. Cool. So that's my little spiel, how I tied it all in here to playing these songs from the past. What I'm going to do for you now is share a video. This is more recent. This is the song that I added. That's the 14th, or it's an extra track that I recorded. Actually, I recorded this. So it was it was March of 2020, about a year and a half ago. It was the early weeks of the pandemic and sort of going into that lockdown phase. There's shortages of different items at the grocery store, and people were like, "Oh my God!" And I just saw it as an opportunity to bring some lightheartedness to the topic. Not that COVID is something to laugh at, but I wrote this song that I did post on my YouTube channel back then. But it's kind of fallen into the archives, and probably just a good chance you probably have never seen it. So I'm going to play that video now and just share it with you, because I think even though some of it is dated, I think you'll still get a kick out of it. And this is another song that's on that Pay What You Want 14-track album. So here it is. It's called The Isolation Blues, and let's play it now. Lost count of the hours, I lost count of the days, not been outside or seen the sun's rays. During this crisis, I'm staying at home, trying to get used to being all alone. I know it could be worse, at least I'm not on a cruise. That's true, there's no doubt about it, I've got the isolation blues. Snuggle every night with my iPhone, 52 hours of Game of Thrones, cooped up in this house, don't know what day it is. Well, all I can say is thank God I don't have kids. Well, every morning I hit the infinite snooze. Well, I do, there's no doubt about it, I've got the isolation blues. I went out to the store once, let me make one thing clear, right here. I have no toilet paper, but I have plenty of beer. Oh my dear. Now day 27 of this quarantine, I'm feeling frisky and looking lean. Maybe this thing is not so bad, it couldn't be the best time I've ever had. I'm so excited, now I'm spreading the news. It's true, there's no doubt about it, I love the isolation blues. Well, there's no doubt about it. I love the isolation blues. Well, there's no doubt about it. I love the isolation blues. I hope that brought a smile to your face. I'm Bob Baker. Stay healthy and stay safe. There you go. From late March of 2020, the isolation blues. And so it's funny. There's a number of things there that are dated. So I said now day 27 of this quarantine. Who knew it would be, I don't know how many days or how many hundreds of days we are now. But yeah, so that was just my way of just adding some levity to what was still is a kind of a tense situation. I'm hoping it's going to be getting better. Yeah, and some of those things are still true. So thank you for enjoying that. Oh, a couple. So that song, I think I wrote the lyrics and I think I recorded it in the same day. I think I was like really anxious to get it out, so I think I wrote it. I went over it, and I didn't have the more elaborate audio setup, so it was just one microphone picking up both the guitar and my voice. And I think I did, and I wanted to play it all live, so there's like no overdubbing or whatever. And so I think that was the third take, if I'm not mistaken, to get it right. And I was really happy with that. Oh, look at this. Jillian, thank you so much for sending the super chat. Appreciate that. Such wise words, Bob. Thank you. Reflecting on the past in a skillful and dynamic way encourages growth. I also loved your pandemic tune, so poignant and funny. Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate those kind words. And so I'm just looking over the comments here. Andrea says, oh no, she's talking to Tracy there. I see some smiley faces. Let's see some people maybe I didn't acknowledge earlier. Paresh, thank you. You are welcome. Mary Rose, funny song. Some things are still true. Let's see here. Oh, wow. Check this out. So, Andrea, this is a fitting song as you have COVID. Wow. So you truly have the isolation blues. Well, we're sending you some healing love right now. We hope you have a speedy recovery. Oh, Holly says she's heard this a few times before. Love it. Thought it was so clever. Oh, thank you so much. I loves me some humor. And so whenever I can impart that, I think laughter is so important. We just don't lighten up enough. Things are so serious in the world, and as adults, we just get so too damn serious. So if we can lighten up, so if I can spread some positivity and some lightheartedness just to make people's lives a little better, then I'm doing what I'm supposed to do here. Ashwini says, hello, good morning. Anna, hello from Poland. So happy. We're happy that you're part of this little global meeting. Anna, you're amazing. But thank you. I'll take that. Hare Krishna from Ireland. Robin says, "I'd love a copy." I assume you're talking about copy as in the digital album. Which I'm just gonna remind you about. I totally agree with that statement. This message was meant for me, Bob. Got aligned it. I guess you know what I'm going kind of in reverse order here, so maybe you're talking about what I talked about before the song. But that's great, Kate. But the special of this week, it sounds like we're in a cafeteria or something, is this digital album of 14 songs that were previously unreleased that I recorded between the years of 2004 and 2016, although I added that Isolation Blues, which is from 2020, so I didn't want to update the artwork. 14 tracks. It's available for the next week on a pay-what-you-want basis, including $0. So I would love for you to enjoy this music in whatever means you can afford, including free. But there is an option to put it in an amount of your choice, and so I would love it if you went there and downloaded it. But do it today. Do it before you you go off to do the rest of your day here. While it's hot, before you get distracted. But it'll be available this week. And also, last week, I don't think I have a graphic for it, but last week was a special offer for an ebook and an audiobook that I created several years ago that it also was kind of bringing out of the vault. It was called, what is it called? Spiritual and Personal Growth. Personal and Spiritual Growth for Fun People, The Secret Guide to Joy and Prosperity. It's a short ebook and an hour-long audiobook that was available for the only $7.77, which is a important, apparently a powerful angel number if you want to look that up. Yesterday was the official deadline where it came down, but just in case you missed it, I'm leaving it up for one more day. There's a link to it in the description. So I encourage you always to look in the description of this and other videos. And if you're on a mobile device, you're going to need to tap the title underneath the video, and that should expand the so you can read the description and find all the links to all kinds of cool stuff, including to my books and Patreon and all kinds of things there. So where are we here? We did Isolation Blues. Yeah, let me just tell you about some other cool stuff that's down there in the description since we're on that topic. So here are a couple of ways, in addition to that Pay What You Want album, that you can get involved and be more immersed in this global family. Sorry about hitting my mic stand there. Would probably create a little bit of a boom. So there's two ways. One is our Patreon community. And you can go there, patreon.com/Bob Baker. And there's different levels that you can join at, but the lowest one is just $5 US per month. And you get some exclusive content, in addition to links to the things I'm posting around the internet on YouTube and my podcast and other activities that that Pooki and I are involved with. And the really cool thing is we have monthly Zoom calls where we get on Zoom with our Patreon supporters. Here's a little clip from a Zoom call that we had over the summer. I believe we get to see you and hear you in real time and interact. And for up to 90 minutes, we get on Zoom and do that. So that's probably one of the biggest perks of being a Patreon supporter and family community member. And so check that out. And also my book, which came out earlier in the spring, called The Power of Affirmations and Positive Self-Talk. There's also a link to that in the show notes, available on Amazon in paperback and ebook in multiple countries around the world. So you should be able to find a place that can ship it to you, or you can download the ebook, of course. You don't need a Kindle. Also, there's many ways of reading ebooks for free ebook readers and so on. And so those are kind of the two main things that I want to make you aware of. But also, let's see, what else? If you want to learn more about our music, there's a link down there, Soul Massage Music, some of our currently available albums. Pooki has her own YouTube channel. If you want to go ahead and help her she's like on a mission to get to 1,000 subscribers. I think she's still 300 or 400, 350 or something like that away from that. So you can subscribe to her channel. And speaking of that, did you know that of all the people that view my videos, hundreds of thousands every month, only about a third of them are actually subscribed? So I'll bet you of the 100 people or so that are actually watching live, that only a percentage of you are actually subscribed to my channel. So again, I'm going to be doing some celebratory things. I'm on pace to hit 250,000 subscribers sometime around Halloween, but you can help me get there. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, please do that now. Just hit the subscribe button. You can hit the little bell notification thing to get notified every time I post a new video, which is I do like 2 pre-recorded uploads every week, plus this live stream, and every now and then an additional one. And so yeah, subscribe to the channel, like it, share this with somebody who would enjoy hearing it. And if you're watching the replay, which I know a lot of people do, probably more people watch the replay maybe than are here live, I'm guessing, just because of the timing. But leave a comment even on the replay, even though you're not live. Let me know where you're watching from. Let me know it's your first time viewing one of the replays, and just do your best if you can to catch us on a Sunday, because we're going to keep doing these every week. Oh, here's the secret. Here's a slide I was talking about. Yeah, personal and spiritual growth for fun people. One more day, this is going to be available, then I will take it down. So I want to create a little sense of urgency if you want to and to have that audiobook and ebook. Okay, I think that's it for announcements. Let's do. Let's see here. Again, this is going to be a little bit of a shorter although actually, let me check in on the comments. It's going to be a little bit of a shorter thing or broadcast because I heard a funny noise there from Keone. What are you doing there, bud? He's wiping the sleep from his eyes. But I'm back. I need to head off from here to go and perform at the Center for Spiritual Living. So as soon as I sign off here, I'm going to pack up the guitar and load up the car and head to the center to perform live there. So Anastasia says she subscribed to both my channel and Pookie's. Thank you so much. I'm not sure when is the next one, what that's a reference to. Maybe I missed an earlier conversation. Oh, turbocharge. Oh, yes, that's another thing. God, thank you for reminding me. 2 or 3 times a year, I do this program called Turbocharge Your Life. Sometimes they're 30-day programs. Sometimes they're different lengths depending on what the theme is. But the next one starts October 16, which is like 2 or 3 weeks, maybe 3 weeks away or less. And so this one is a 21-day abundance challenge. And so, yes, the link to that is in the description of this video too. So that's probably what you're, and many people in the chat here have been part of those turbocharge programs. And we have that. It consists of 3 Zoom calls. There's a private Facebook group that you get lifetime access to. And you get the daily, affirmation and meditation recordings, some worksheets related to it. But it's all about bringing more abundance and, yes, money into your life. And so if you could use a little more of that, it's very affordable since it's a 21-day program. I made it very affordable. So yeah, cool. Tracy says, laughter all the way. Vasiliki from Greece is in the house. Thank you so much. Beautiful songs. I appreciate that. Melody, I know there's some conversations you're having with each other, but says, so we need more laughter. Yeah, I'm all about that. Sylvia, thank you so much for your kind words about the humor. I really appreciate that. Awesome. It's so funny. Tracy says, no matter how hard my life gets, and I know you are going through some struggles, Tracy, with your family and your daughter. I still have a bubbly personality. I love to laugh. Yes, it's good for it's whenever you can treat yourself to laughter. Okay. And Anna liked the isolation blues. Thank you. Oh, Tam says, wanted to quickly hop on and say thank you so much for the work you do. I really appreciate that. Hopefully you're still in the live, watching live. I thank you so much. All right, here we go. So let me let's do so I know it's something we started doing the last week or two, and Pookie does a great job of leading this in particular, but I'm going to take on the challenge myself here. I know we have at least one person who has said that they are recovering from COVID. We all have, this is all about upliftment and inspiration, and we definitely keep things positive and lighthearted. But we also at the same time need to acknowledge the array of emotions and challenges and experiences that we have in life. And so I want to just do a little segment here. I'm just going to improvise here for those of you that are going through a tough time, either personally, maybe you're struggling financially, maybe you've had health issues, maybe a career change, you're let go from your job, or a relationship has ended, whatever that is, or someone who's close to you is experiencing one of those things, a child, a parent, and you're concerned. Let's just take a moment to send some positive energy to ourselves, like you put yourself in the circle of prayer, if you will, or positive vibrations, or think of someone else who's going through a challenging time and the feelings that you're having about them, and just take a moment. Let's take a deep breath right now. Breathe in and breathe out. Another deep breath in and out. And just imagine that there's like a ball of energy, of warm, glowing energy that you sense is above you, and it's slowly descending, and it's a friendly, warm, healing energy. And imagine that it surrounds you, it engulfs your head, and slowly comes down to where it's surrounding your body. And again, this is a totally warm, comfortable, healing energy. Just feel the presence of that energy. That's the energy of the universe. That's the energy of all of us in your Sunday Inspiration family are sending you these vibrations of healing, of good health, of optimism, of opportunities, or just soothing vibrations, just to acknowledge those, whatever that challenge is, maybe lighten the load a little bit. If there's someone else that you're concerned about, include them in this ball of energy. Bring them in with you, or see this same healing energy surrounding them. Let's all do that. Let's send a wave of positive vibrations or healing energy, to just start soothing, warm energy to those in our little family here that are going through some tough times. So you're not doing this alone. You've got the intention and the energy of multiple people. Hundreds, even thousands of people around the globe are thinking of you and sending you that energy that will allow you to get through whatever this challenge is. And you're simultaneously sending out, you're giving and receiving. You're receiving it, but you're also sending it out and helping them as well. Take a deep breath. Let it out with a sound. So I think we're going to make that a regular part of this too, because we have to acknowledge, that it's life is an array of emotions and experiences, and so we want to acknowledge them all, but at the same time keeping the vibration high and keep things positive and all that good stuff. All right, so I think, we're coming up on an hour now. So usually what we do, especially those first timers, you might want to know that we usually end these Sunday Inspiration broadcasts with a pre-recorded song. It's often like a dance track, something you can dance to and move to and sing along with. So I'm switching things up since Pooki's not here, and I'm going to end playing another live song with my guitar. That's how we're going to end things. And this is another song that I wrote back around that 2004 era when I was starting to write songs for spiritual centers. Let's see here. But this is another one that has not seen the light of day in probably a good 15 years. I just, for whatever reason, I guess, you start writing new songs and you're kind of focused on wanting to highlight your newer stuff, and this kind of fell to the wayside. And so it's on the album. Again, I just want to remind you that where is that? Yeah, the Power Pop Retrospective of 14 tracks of unreleased songs are available at Pay What You Want, including nothing. So I hope you go to that link that's in the description. And this is one of the tracks that are on that too, that I wrote again like 15 years ago. So this is something I'm digging into my past. Once I started playing this again, I said, "Oh, this is not a bad song." And so I'm going to end with this, and I'll come back right after it to say some final words. But let me pull up the lyrics to that one, because I don't have these things memorized. I need a little help here. And so enjoy this. Here we go. Your life is lost and found, and you're losing ground day to day. Instead of a lucky break, another mistake comes your way. You don't know who you are, and you fell so far so soon. You're looking outside yourself, so you cannot help but lose. If you're searching for something out there to hold on to, but you can't get a grip on. If you're looking for someone to show you the way, and you can't seem to find him, time to turn to the only one who can help you light the way. You know it's true, that someone is you. You feel like you're all alone, and your telephone's on the blink. You're walking a thin white rope, and your gyroscope's out of sync. You wanna sing rescue me, it's a travesty, you say. Life is so unfair, why should you care anyway? Well, if you're searching for something out there to hold on to, but you can't get a grip on, if you're looking for someone to show you the way, and you can't seem to find her, time to turn to the only one who can help you light the way. You know it's true, that someone is you. The truth is, hang on a second, the cure is not out there. You can search everywhere. The only place you'll find the truth is right inside of you. It's right inside of you. If you're searching for something out there to hold on to, but you can't get a grip on, if you're looking for someone to show you the way, and you can't seem to find them, time to turn to the only one who can help you light the way. It's true, that someone is you. You know it's true, right inside of you. You know it's true, well, it's right inside of you. You know it's true, right inside of you. You know it's true, it's right inside of you. Yeah, there you go. I guess singing after talking for an hour got a little frog in my throat there. But I hope you enjoyed that. I'm just going to take a look at some real quickly. Siggy says, we heal each other with our thoughts and intentions, sending my prayers to all those in need. Thank you very much. Your singing and songs are so relaxing. Thank you, Matt. I love that. Lots of health and healing for the check. Hopefully they're energizing as well. Yeah, because I'm a rock and roll guy from way back. Tracy says, really enjoyed today as always. Yeah, Pooki will be back next week, so you'll have her energy in the house. But I really enjoyed being able to share this with you. Oh, Randy, I might be seeing. Only caught the last, but I was so glad I was able to catch. Thank you so much, Randy. If you're going to be at CSL, which is I usually see you there. I'm heading there as soon as I shut this down. In a good way. Oh my God, such a beautiful thing. Thank you, Kath. I appreciate that. Oh, Holly, proud owner of the new Power Pop collection. Yay. I really appreciate that. Again, that is this week's special offer, bringing us these songs out of the vault, 14 tracks of unreleased material that I recorded over the years, including the 3 songs that I featured today and many others. I think you might would love it if you had that, and if I can get this into the ears of more people. All right. So I think you're all awesome. Everybody have an amazing Sunday. Have a great week. I'll be looking for more pre-recorded videos that I upload of couple of them. I think I'm going to be posting one tomorrow morning. That might be an hour long. I'm experimenting with some longer videos that maybe you could play in the background instead of just my sweet spot is like the 10-minute ones, which seem to work for a lot of people. But I'm going to post something longer in case some people just want to play something longer in the background to get a big dose of positivity. So that's what I'm planning on putting together and uploading tonight, so it'll be available first thing in the morning. So thanks a lot. Stay tuned and have an amazing day. I so appreciate you. Much love to you. I wish you the best, and we'll talk again soon. Bob Baker saying so long for now.